And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and with me today is my daughter Violet Vasel, and Violet is here because Violet is an expert on Naruto Boruto.
It's Boruto.
Is it Naruto, right?
Naruto.
Naruto Boruto.
Boruto.
Yes, anyhow. So this is a cartoon, and there's like at least 10 episodes.
No, there's like almost 400 episodes in each show.
Well, whatever. This is some whiny kid who's an idiot, and he's not even in some of the shows. I was watching him, he's not even there half the time.
Well, those are back scenes.
Okay, well anyway, and he runs like this. Who runs like that? I'm just saying. Okay, so in Naruto Boruto, this is a card game that they've made where there's two different sets here. It's a collectible card game, although I haven't got any booster packs. I'm just playing with the starter set. So we played this, right?
Yep.
Here's how it plays. Okay, so each player gets one of these mats here, and you kind of put this between the two players. This grid here, this energy thing, lies between the two players. I have no idea what all this stuff is. That looks like they stole
That's,
that.
the Leaf Village.
Yeah, but this is like they stole this from George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Theodore Roosevelt.
Well, kind of. They're the Hokages. They're leaders.
Well, I don't know who they are. Anywho, you're going to get a deck of cards. And so you have these cards, and on these cards you'll see that there's a cost at the top. So this guy, Shikamaru Nara, who's sixth strength. Sure, I don't know who he is. He looks like he's doing something with his fingers.
He's the brains of the show.
He's the brains, okay. And then
he's doing it in
Tamari, did I say that one right?
Yes.
Yes! And Gora.
Gara.
And who's Rock Lee? I can say that one.
Rock Lee's a specialist of taijutsu who can't do ninjutsu or genjutsu.
Great. So you have all these cards, and I guess you can make a deck of pretty much whatever you want. And so you're going to have these various cards you build, but you're also going to have an extra deck where you get to put some of these giant things in. So you'll see they have a cost, they have a strength here at the bottom, but they also have a whole lot of icons here. Like this thing here, some big giant clay monster called Shukaku and Gara. I think they're brothers. They look the same, really.
Gara is the jinjuriki of Shikaku.
So they are related. One's beef jerky of the other, you said?
He's just this is a tailed beast, and it's inside of Gara.
Oh, that's super confusing. Hey, it's Naruto! Wait, now his name's Uzumaki?
It's Naruto Uzumaki.
Wait, is that the same guy as the burrito guy?
No, Boruto is from a different show.
Oh, well, it's very confusing. So I mentioned this Chrono Clash system. That's what this game's built on, and I think there's a Godzilla system that's coming out here. And what happens is anytime you play a card, so let's say I play this card for Kiba Inuzuku.
It's Kiba.
Yes. So this one costs 2, so I would move it 2 towards my opponent. As soon as it moves into their side, I'm done. So let's say then they play this Hyruku card, and that costs 7, then it would move back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then if I play this Kankuro card, it would move back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I could go again. I can go, so if you play a card that costs a lot, you're giving your opponent the possibility to also play a card that costs a lot, or to play several cards in a row. At the beginning of the game, you're going to take 5 cards randomly out of your deck, and you're going to put them down here as your Guardian stack. And then you're also going to have some cards set here in this extra deck. These don't have to be large cards, but they happen to be, and the game comes with these large cards that you can use. The first thing you'll do on your turn is if you have any cards that are tapped, like this Choji Akamachi card, you can untap them. So any cards that are tapped, you can untap, because I guess Wizard's patent is over now. Then you draw a card from your deck. If you can no longer draw a card from your deck, then you've just lost. At that point, you can then summon cards from your hand, so let's say, for example, I want to summon Ino Yamanaka. All right? So I summon her in front of me, and I pay the 3 energy. I can just do that. I can also play action cards. I can also attack with people, but you can't attack with the people that you've summoned this turn, just like Magic the Gathering. Now, some cards, like this Choji Akamichi chap here, when you summon them, they have some abilities that will go into play. Like I said, there's a lot of different abilities in this game, and so the rule book will explain what all these abilities do. Maybe this will, affect your opponent. Maybe the cost here. You can untap things. Some cards can't attack. There's all sorts of things that will happen based on the card that you've played. So at some point you're going to want to attack with the people, not the turn that you summon them, but you'll be able to attack in the future. You can attack anybody who has been tapped, or more likely, you can attack your opponent's Guardian stack, trying to take that out. When you attack the Guardian stack, they're going to reveal it, and if the card in the Guardian stack has a Guardian ability, like this, like down here in the bottom corner, then that ability will go off. So some of these cards have Guardian abilities and some don't. You don't get to pick which cards go in your Guardian stack. It's random, but I guess if you put a whole bunch in your deck that have that, you have a chance that they'll go in there. If the Guardian is a battler person, then you're going to compare the strength. So if I turn this over and I have Haruko, who's going to go up against, let's say that Rock Lee decided to attack. So Rock Lee is attacking this guy here, and we're going to compare their strengths. So the Guardian strength is higher than Rock Lee. 7 beats 5. Rock Lee is destroyed. But the Guardian's destroyed no matter what. Of course, you're going to be checking. Many of the cards have, when they attack, they're going to get various special abilities here. And some of them have the opportunity to attack the Guardian pile, like this guy here has the ability to attack the Guardian pile twice. After he's done attacking the Guardian, he can go again if he survived the initial attack. And that's basically the base point of the game. If you destroy your opponent's 5 Guardians, then you're going to win. You can also go on quests. You can send someone out on a quest. So let's say, for example, I want to send Sakura Haruno.
It's Sakura.
On a quest. I'm going to basically tap her and put a card on top of her as a secret quest. And then that card's going to act like a Guardian, except it only guards the battle or you put on it. So someone can attack that person. But at the beginning of your turn, you can discard all the cards on these and get a quest point. And if you get 5 quest points, you win. Now, I mentioned these big extra deck cards here. There are some special abilities that will let you draw these. And then, like now you have Daedra, who's some, I don't know.
He's an Akatsuki member.
Well, does he like attack with birds?
He attacks with bombs that he makes out of clay.
Why does his hand have a mouth on it?
Well, that's just him. He likes being art.
Is that an actual mouth?
Well, he usually puts clay in that mouth and it eats it, then he blows himself up.
That's super gross. Okay, but anyhow, when you get these cards, then you can just play them like a normal card. But you're going to have to play cards that have special things to allow you to draw these. Okay, so the game comes with this. You don't really need this. You could just play with the line in the middle of you. This just has kind of a way for you to keep track of this path between the 2 different players. And each of these starter boxes comes with 2 of them. This one here just shows a bunch of trees. And when I watch the show, it seems like they're always fighting in the trees. The rule book itself is not a very good rule book. I'm sorry, it's just not that great of a rule book. I went online. I was hoping to find a video because it's a CCG. There wasn't a good one. I will say this is helpful, but oh my word, all these icons. I'm constantly having to looking up and what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? I wouldn't have minded if they put a text on some of the cards, but it is what it is. And so at least this is here, and you're going to be conferring with this a lot. Now, the cards themselves, it sure looks to me like this artwork is from the cartoons. It looks like they took stills from the cartoons. And so if you're a fan of this show at all, you'll probably enjoy learning more about 1010 and her sister 99 and 88. Well, you don't find that funny? Anyway, what is she doing? Looks like she has bombs.
She's a specialist in using weapons.
Oh. Well, isn't all warriors a specialist in using weapons? Look at this guy. He's cost 10. Kakashi Hatake. He must be like an important character.
Yeah, he's their sensei.
Oh, well then that makes sense. He has a 12 strength, and he can attack the Guardians 3 times. So you can look at that. There's all the different characters in here, and I suppose you can build your own deck. I have not messed with that at all yet. Okay, so I don't know a lot about this cartoon. I've sat and watched it with you guys sometimes, and I don't really know what's going on. They're always fighting dead people who turn into clay after they fight them. And they're fighting people they know. But no one ever seems to die in this show. If they do die, they come back.
Not really. Neji Hyuga died in...
What episode? I'm just
During
kidding.
the war.
But, so, I'm not obviously the target audience for this game, but I do like card games, so I wanted to see how this one worked, especially since I know the Godzilla theme is being this. She is a fan of this show. You watch it almost every day, right?
Yeah.
Which is insane. There are so many better shows out there where people run like this, not... Okay, anyhow. What did you think of this?
Of the game?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
But I think that's because she's a fan of the show. It's a terrible game. I'm not kidding. I hate this game. So I thought, what do? I'm not getting the game. I'm not a CCG player. I went to my local game store and asked people there who did like the game. And they were like, well, if you build the decks. But the fact is, you attack a guardian, you flip the card over. I didn't get to pick that guardian. I can't set a trap. It just randomly blows up or not. And then some of the guardians, like, well, if you build your deck a certain way, I don't want to have to build my deck a certain way. I want the starter decks out of the box to work right, and they don't. It's garbage. I've seen games end after just a few turns. Attack, and there's nothing you can do to block the stuff. Add in all these icons and stuff. I highly dislike this game, and it's not because of Naruto Burrito. Because
Naruto, Boruto.
Sure, him also. I don't care about the theme, so there's some of that involved with it. But I'm looking for a good game, and I think they're selling based on these. Now, that system of moving the time back and forth, that's a cool system. It's not the first game to use it. That system works fine, but attacking the Guardians, adding all this complicated symbology, this took a long time for us to learn, right?
Yeah.
And it's not even that complex of a game. It's a much lesser game than, say, Magic the Gathering or many other collectible card games. And this one I'm almost positive is selling off the IPs, this cartoon, and then Godzilla. So, you said you liked it? Alright, well, she's wrong. You're also wrong about the show. The show's stupid.
The show's not stupid.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure the show's fine. Don't hate me, Naruto Burrito fans. But
Naruto, Boruto.
anyhow, that's what I think. I'm sorry. I cannot recommend this game at all. It's bad. Dice Tower Judgment, terrible game. And is there 2 Narutos? Wait, there's 3.
Naruto.
What is there 2 of them? Are these brothers? Is it the same guy?
It's the same guy, just one's younger, one's older.
Why does he wear orange jumpsuits all the time? Is he the escape from prison?
No. He just likes the outfit.
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando, in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.